ITV Peston row explodes as Zack Polanski shut down live on air. Zack Polanski was shut down live on air. Appearing on Monday's installment of ITV's Peston, the Green Party leader clashed with the former Chancellor of the Exchequer, Jeremy Hunt, over wealth tax. It's very important for Prime Minister Andy Burnham, if he is going to hit any of his targets, that he gets the economy growing again, said the show's host. ITV News Political Editor Robert Peston. How worried would you be if one of his earlier acts were a wealth tax?
An unlocked iPhone 14 for just $299? This renewed 128 gig model gives you a vivid OLED display, 5G, and the freedom to choose your carrier. Want to check today's Amazon deal? Scan the QR code now or visit grabdeal.us/6 before it's gone.
That would actually drive quite a lot of investment offshore. Responding that he would be extremely worried and afraid, if that were the case, Hunt began the debate by declaring that Polanski's views on the matter were totally economically illiterate. If you want economic growth, you need investment. Former Chancellor at Jeremy Hunt clashes with Zack Polanski over a wealth tax, saying it would be incredibly damaging. Number Peston pic.twitter.com/cost0 sjzzb0. What you do is drive away a lot of wealth creators, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of investors, the former MP noted. And if you want economic growth, you need investment. Every 1% that GDP goes up is an extra £12 billion for John Healey, the new Chancellor, to spend on the NHS or social care, or all the things that we really want. Something like this will actually destroy the investment that leads to that growth. It would be incredibly damaging. In a discussion which struck a nerve with Polanski, the politician hit back, describing Hunt's perspective as an example of 40 years of neoliberalism and trickle-down economics. Clarifying that he intended to extend Hunt the same civility which he typically offers, the Green Party leader added, "I'd say politely that you've been at the core of that neoliberal project, and I think it's utterly failed around the world." Prompting Hunt to defend himself, the former Chancellor remarked that in the last 40 years, GDP had nearly doubled in size, with the UK growing much richer as a country since the 80s. To try and pretend that that hasn't happened is to ignore all the things that we've learned about wealth creation, he declared. Steering the conversation back to Burnham, Hunt slammed the new PM, recalling how he'd made lots of spending commitments in recent weeks without mentioning how he'd help wealth creators.